seeing the way they work. Don't do that. Do not be that person. Please don't be that person. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Vlogmas Day 4. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited. This is getting so much easier as I go along. And if you're watching, you're keeping up with me for the 25 days this month and beyond, I'm so grateful for you and thank you so much for being here. Let's jump into it. Today's episode is going to be all about the money. How to make $1,000 in your first month of photography. Yep, in your first month. So going from $0 to $1,000. How can you do that fast? Or we can try. Let's see. Alright, so again, some of the things I say, I know when you're starting out, it's not things that you want to hear. People tell you, oh, it takes time, go slow, blah, 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 all that stuff. But it's true. I'm sorry to be the one to say that, but it's absolutely true. So let's start with number 1. Making connections and using your connections. I'm telling you, that is how the world works. No matter what business you're in, making connections with people will always and almost always get you further in life. I don't care what anybody says, that's true. I'm not saying to use or exploit people. Be genuine in your interactions with people. I always like to say you never know who you're going to see again in the future. So use your connections to your advantage. So I will give you an example. So over the summer, I was wrapping up teaching. I finished teaching in June. I did summer school, and that was the end of my teaching career. But during that time, during summer school, I knew that when September started, I would be going full time into my business. So that means I'd have no income coming from teaching anymore. I would be doing entrepreneurship full time. And obviously we have bills to pay. But during my time during summer school, I started making connections. So something that I talk about all the time is Instagram. Instagram has proven to be such a good tool for me and my business as I grow. I love it so much. I'm so thankful. But I started following a bunch of photographers that lived in New York City and just interacting with them on a daily basis, or whenever they shared something that really resonated with me, I respond back or comment back, whatever the case might be. But one day, this girl, she posted that she was looking for photography assistants for the summer, and knowing that summer school isn't all day, and I was like, hey, I could potentially do that. So long story short, because of a relationship that I had been building before, responding back to their stories and things such like that, building an organic relationship, when I responded back, she sent an email to me and we set up a Zoom call or Google Meets or something like that. But we were able to connect and get to know each other a little bit, and turns out she needed an assistant coming up pretty soon, so she reached out to me and I was able to get a gig with her. I think that first gig was either $150 or $250, something like that. But anyway, what I'm getting at is I was able to create an income as a photography assistant. So that does not have to be the way that you do it, but there are Facebook groups, Instagram groups, or just people that you can follow, and photographers, videographers, filmmakers, they're always looking for assistants. And let them know this is an industry that you want to get into and you're willing to help, learn, whatever the case might be. And although you won't physically be the person behind the camera, you're still building on your skills as you're learning from someone else. And let me get into that. You're not assisting someone to literally watch them how they work. You are there to assist them, and that is also very important, because you do not want to be someone's assistant and they want to let you go immediately because you're not actually assisting them, but you're kind of just being nosy, seeing the way they work. Don't do that. Do not be that person. Please don't be that person. But yeah, so just building on your connections, and so just building on your connections, and it doesn't have to be a new connection. It could be an old connection, someone that you know. You might know a family that they just had a newborn, or I don't know, a little small family, and holidays are coming up and you can offer your services to them. And that's not as intimidating because it's someone you know. But your connections, use them to your advantage. Okay, number 2, remember that this is a marathon, not a sprint. Remember that. So you don't have to push in your first month. Take it easy. Get everything in place. Get your pricing together. Get your software together. Get everything in place so that when you get that first client, that's the only one that you need. When you get that first person, you can wow them, just knock them out of the park. And after you deliver such great service to them, I guarantee you they will recommend you. They will recommend you to people they know. I promise you. But you have to be ready. You have to have your systems in place to ensure that your client has the best experience possible. I've said this before. When you are a consumer, you want to feel like the person providing you that service only cares about you. They're taking care of you. You want to do that for other people. You want to be ready to deliver such great service to them. All right, number 3, relying on the circle you already have. I mentioned this in number 1, but depending on the stage of life you're in, if you're in college, seniors are graduating, get to know them. You might have an older friend, older brother, someone who's graduating. They need graduation pictures. Use them. Use that to your advantage. Maybe do one free grad shoot for someone that you know, and then ask them, hey, can you leave me a review on my Instagram or my website and saying how awesome of a photographer I was to you, and let that person be a referral for you. That will drive other people to you. I promise. So those were my 3 tips on how to make $1,000 fast. And I know it might be a little controversial, I know, but you have to go slow. It's possible to make that $1,000 in the first month, but you have to make sure you have everything set in place so that when the traffic does come, you're ready just to knock it out of the park. And that's how it's going to keep going. Well, thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Again, let me know what you want to see, what you want to know, what questions you have. I'm making videos all month and continuing after this. So whatever you want to know about me, about my business, how I've grown my business, how I'm doing now, just leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to hang out with you there or make another video based on the questions that you asked. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.